What are you paying attention to? If you pay attention to thoughts, thoughts will capture you and take you along for its ride. My name is Nathan, and this is the Attentive Mind, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. You could be sitting in a chair. You can even be lying down. Nothing special. Just find something that's comfortable where you can have an upright position. Your back is upright. Not straight, not tight, but also not bent over and curved. Just a nice upright back. We also don't close our eyes during this meditation practice. And I know a lot of people do this. However, it is my view and from my experience that closing your eyes during a meditation practice really produces this attitude like we're hiding from the world, like we're running away from something. And meditation isn't about running or retreating or doing anything like that, not even going inside. It's about becoming extraordinarily clear about what is. So we don't retract anything. We don't take anything away. We just accept what is and allow it to be. So we keep our eyes open. However, if you have learned to practice, of course, with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing that, it is totally okay. There are no restraints here. Only if your eyes are open, go ahead and just drop them down below you. And a cool trick to do this to keep your position, you don't want to drop your eyes like you're looking at a computer, so you start bending your back. You want to look straight ahead, like you're looking at a wall, and keep that position and then just drop them. Just below you. We're not staring or analyzing, and we're not blurry and buzzed. We're not having a blurry or trance-like state. Just a nice, clear, light gaze, looking at nothing in particular. Back is upright, not tight, not bent over. Your eyes are open down. A light gaze down. Many people, when they begin to meditate or think about meditation, they approach it by trying to stop thinking. They believe that meditation is the action of ceasing thoughts. If this is you, and if you think you're here to clear your mind or to stop your thinking, let go of this intention. The truth is, you can't stop thinking. There's nothing you can do about it. Because you are not the one thinking. Thoughts happen all by themselves. They go on and on, worrying about the future, planning, regretting the past, frustrated, problem-ridden. Thoughts are a lot more like our heartbeats than anything we're doing. It just goes on and on. So as we begin today's practice, just let go of this idea. Let go of trying to stop thinking. You can't. But what you can do is leave thinking alone. Can you feel your left foot? Bring your attention to the sensation of having a left foot. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to move your foot. You don't have to change positions. Just merely become aware of the sensation of your left foot. And you'll notice when you do this that your left foot becomes alive. What once was ignored is now in your attention. You can just feel it. Now move your attention to your right hand in the same way. You don't have to do anything in particular. You don't have to move your hand or try too hard. Just notice what it feels like to have a right hand. And in the same way, you could feel it light up. Notice the subtle sensations of the right hand. And move your attention to your left hand. Now move it to your right shoulder. Now move your attention to your left knee. It's so simple. This attention that can move around from the foot to the hand to the knee. And you notice when you pay attention, it kind of lights up and turns on. But this attention is usually stuck habitually in the stream of thoughts that go on incessantly. And that's it. So when one begins meditating, we learn to just leave thinking alone. Because you can't pay attention to two things at once. It's useful to pay attention to something that only happens in this moment. and that is the breath. Notice where your attention is now. If you're normal, it's probably somewhere near your forehead. See if you can just move that down through your neck, into the upper chest, down through the abdomen, and into the lower belly, below the navel. And notice how when the breath comes in, this area below the navel expands and moves outward. And as the breath leaves, this area contracts. Stay with it. Watch it carefully. And don't make the mistake here and try to focus hard or strain to pay attention to the area below the navel, to breathing. Instead, just notice or develop a light awareness of this area below the navel. And gently watch without forcing. Just gently notice the coming and going of breathing. And if you're normal, you'll notice this isn't so easy. You'll start to bring attention towards thinking again, wondering if this is working for you, planning your dinner, worried about the to-do list. But this is normal, and this isn't a failure. It's just a habit. So when you notice that you're lost in some thought, just notice it. Don't fight. And gently return with a light awareness to the lower belly. Come back. Come back to breathing. And maybe you feel that your thinking is too loud, too much. That it's difficult to pay attention to breathing because the mind keeps going on and on and on, as if it somehow is louder than usual. But this is your normal mind. You just now see it a little clearly now. But this is really no problem. As Shunryu Suzuki once said, during meditation, keep the front door and the back door of your mind completely open. Let thoughts come and go as they please. Just don't serve them any tea, because then they'll want to stay. All right, you can look at the screen. Now, this may be you. It was definitely me. When I started meditating, it felt like my mind was just crazy. It was just so hard to bring my attention to breathing because my mind would just be going haywire. But this is actually progress, if you could use that word. Because normally through our day, the mind's actually doing this already, but we're distracting ourselves with videos online, scrolling on your phone, listening to the music, having conversation. We're not actually seeing our mind as it is. This is all going on. It's just when we sit in meditation and pay attention to something else, the mind becomes very clear. It's like putting up a white sheet of paper behind something so you could see it better. And meditation really is putting up this white sheet behind our mind so we can see it clearly. Now, a lot of people will notice how crazy their mind is. It's thinking about this, worried about the to-do list. I can't stop thinking, why can't I do this? And they're worried and they think that they're failing, that they have failed to stop thinking. Really, you're just seeing your mind as it actually is all the time. Some people get frightened. Like, wow, is my mind really going like that all the time? But this is the beginning of letting it go. This craziness that happens in the head can be let go of. So the practice, especially if you're a beginner, is just returning to breathing, going back into thought, returning to breathing. Yeah, but what if about returning to returning to breathing? Yeah, but what about this thing? And meditation doesn't work. Well, come back to breathing. We just have this habit of paying too close attention to it. And that's why the company I started is called the Attentive Mind, because really meditation is a matter of our attention. What are you paying attention to? If you pay attention to thoughts, thoughts will capture you and take you along for its ride into fear, worry, frustration, loneliness, struggle, pain, problems. But when you leave thinking alone and just move attention somewhere else, and then we come back to that place, that is learning how to not be lost in thought. But then there's a part 2 to this of meditation, which I think a lot of people online or meditators don't share often enough, and that is when we learn to see what it's like to not be lost in thought and just clearly perceive this moment as it is. We turn our attention back and look, what am I? In the same way we find the foot, where's my foot? Boom. We do that. Where's my I? Where am me? The one looking at the video. Who are you? What am I? And then when you thinking can't go there, thinking can't see this I, and then it just feels like don't know. And we stay and just and that is true practice. Now, I urge you to practice on your own. If you show up regularly to this channel and you see these videos, I encourage you to try to practice on your own and not rely on these videos for your practice. Take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and sit down and just bring attention to the breath all alone, not with a video, not with music, just breathing, hearing, seeing, tasting, touching, body, emotions, just this moment, and just be with breathing. And turn attention back. What am I? Who sits here? And stay. The reason practicing on your own is vital is because then you can really have that transform into your daily life. If you come here and just watch these videos, then you're making a time for meditation, and then you got the rest of your life. And we really want to blur this self-created line we make for ourselves. For meditation time and then my life. We want to blur this line and have it transform everything. Meditation never ends. So practice. And of course, if you have any questions about your practice and all things meditation, please comment below. I answer all questions. I say this every time and I want to reiterate it. The Attentive Mind is here to build a community of secular meditators, free from religious dogma and spiritual New Ageism. I'll be here for you. And of course, I post videos, a guided meditation video every single day. Right now, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single day. So join the Attentive Mind if you want to learn to wake up from incessant thinking. Because I'm in it too. We can wake up together. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for showing up for your life. I'll see you tomorrow.